spell is for arm and Aubrey. This spell is for Fernando Castillo. This spell is for Fernando Castillo. This spell is for Michael Brown. This spell is for Michael Brown. This spell is for Tamar Rhymes. This spell is for Tamar Rhymes. This spell is for Vincent Ramos. This spell is for Vincent Ramos. This spell is for Melissa Ventura. This spell is for Melissa Ventura. Trayvon Martin and all the others. This spell is for all the others.
No force more powerful than our people. As we rise to greatness, to some we're lethal. Melanin of blacks, browns, yellows, and reds. Beautiful hair, kinky, curly, straight, and dreads. Been tricked, robbed, and fed so many lies. It's time to unite, not compromise. Our families destroyed by death, despair, and hate. We're strong, we got faith, it's not too late. We will expose the ugly, corrupt system aimed at our colors, race, and religion. We're fed up if you didn't detect it. We're fully woke and will be respected. The revolution was televised. Now the whole world knows. No more hiding the truth behind closed doors. Be sure you hear us. No need to fear us. Just know when we say every single day, Black Lives Matter.
Black lives truly matter. Black lives truly matter.
I didn't shoot the sheriff, but the sheriff shot at me. I didn't shoot the deputy. As the world watched, they could see. Systematic racism. I don't care if you wear blue. I said systematic racism. Soon you will be through. You keep killing all my brothers and sisters. Just don't get no rest. You chase them down and shoot them up. Keep taking away our best. No hiding from the videos. And now the world can see what's been happening to my brothers. Justice is what we need.
Black lives truly matter. Black lives truly matter.
But the deputy shot at me. I said systematic racism. You got to set us free. I've identified the problem, and the whole wide world now knows. Rise up today in heaven and earth, 'cause there's no more tragedy shows. My life is not for you to take just because you wear all blue.
Oh, good morning, beautiful people. Happy Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. That's Harry Drost. And you were listening to Chilly Willy Groove with his Black History Month song. And we've been playing it every day on 103.5 WNHH. Live streaming out of New Haven Independent on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, And wherever else you get your social media. I can't hear you, Harry. I don't know what the problem is. I can't hear you. So I don't know what to tell you. I heard the music. So that's where we at. Let's see. Oh, don't forget to get to the stores today and tomorrow because I know you people ain't got no groceries at your house. Because every time a snowstorm comes, you think people act like, I don't know, they ate all the food from the last snowstorm. Help me understand somebody. But I'm going to the store too, not today, maybe tomorrow, because I got a gazillion things to do today. And I'm having lunch with my good friend Bobby Miller. So we're going to Taste of China today. So I'm excited about that. At 10:15, I got my tour sister. Harry just dipped out. I got my tour sister, Patty Russo, coming on at 10:15 with my great love, Ron Thomas from CCM. And they've got this, they're back at this again. It was so successful the first time. They're doing it again. Representation matters. Are you really ready to run for state office? So they're doing a training, 2 days of free online training, March 12th and 19th. So if you are interested in public office, and it is the highest honor of service, one of the highest honors of service, I think, is to be elected by friends and neighbors to serve them. So if you're interested in that and that's the track you want to take, look into some training. Don't just go all nilly-willy. Get you some training so that you understand all the ins and outs of what it requires to run. I was fortunate enough to have a really great team that launched my campaign a gazillion years ago when dinosaurs walked the earth. And I had a very formidable opponent who was already sitting in the seat. But I thought I had something to say, and I thought I had something I wanted to do, and so I took it on. And it was a good experience. So public services is service, and to lead is to serve. So if you're interested in that thing, listen to Patty Russo and Patty Russo from the Yale Campaign School, and Ron Thomas from the Connecticut Conference of Municipalities, or what we say around these parts, CCM. So tune in at 10:15. And then I kick off tomorrow for the following week. Delta's on tour. Now, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority has a tour of all the Deltas that have written books. I mean, all kinds of women. I mean, Victoria Murray Christopher, Pearl Cleage, Soros, who have, I mean, not Pearl Cleage, Janetta Coles, Dr. Janetta Coles, all kinds of women. Some local sisters are going to be on the talk. So over the next several days, as we get ready for regional conferences and all the things, the Deltas on Tour is going to be here. We're at New Haven is hosting for the region. And so part of that is me having these women on, talking to them about their literary lives. So I'm looking forward to that. So that starts tomorrow and it'll go all the way till next week. Friday, I don't know if you heard the word on the street, the noise on the street about Long Wharf Theater, but I'm going to have Jacob Perdone on Friday to talk a little bit about that. I don't know if the New York Times article has hit yet, but if it is, you can start there and then we'll have a larger conversation on Friday at 9:15. I'm having him on at 9:15 because, as I said, I've got guests, but this is so important. I didn't want to lose opportunity to have him on and to talk about this before all the rest of the press in the world gets at him. So so that's what we got coming up, baby. We on and popping up in this piece. We are on and popping. So I'm excited. Yes, Paul. Taste of China is really, it really is such a good place. I mean, you could go there and get. I went there. I was there about a month ago with Mike Moran, and he turned me out to some new dishes that I haven't even had. And I was just so pleasantly pleased. So I'm going with my girlfriend because her family is in from and they're vegans. And so we're gonna go there and eat because her family, the secret vegan menu. He's right. He's right. He's right. So I'm gonna go there today and I just heard a beep. I don't know what that was about, but I heard it. I hope nothing is exploding around me. It was very, I heard it. Anyway, we'll see. So yeah, so I'm there and I'm excited about that. And that kicks off. And then the snowstorm on Friday, which will immobilize all of us. So my weekend will be, in the house, which is good. 'Cause there's things that I need to do around here that that only a snow day will give me. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm one of these people, if it's a nice day out, even if I don't have anywhere to go, I'm going out. But if it's a bad weather day, then that gives me permission to stay home and do stuff in the house. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm funny like that. I guess because I was raised when I was a kid, my mother always made us go outside. I mean, we did our chores first. Get your chores done early, and then you could go outside. So when I was raising my kids, we would just do our chores Thursday. I was like, okay, everybody, Wednesday, Thursdays, like if they had laundry, I was like, listen, come home from school, do your laundry on Thursday. So you have the whole weekend free. So you wouldn't have to do your laundry on the weekends. And they used to think that was like, oh, I could just wait till the weekend. But then the weekend would pop up and stuff would be on and popping. They want to go. And they're like, oh, I got to do my laundry. I had to do my laundry. Yeah, because I don't have clean clothes. I was like, this is what I tell you. If you do your laundry on Thursday, you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you got your whole weekend free. Do your chores, and they had chores to do, like, clean the bathrooms, take out the garbage, do the recycling, dust, mop, all the things that they know how to do. They just had chores. So I was like, get your chores done on Thursday. So you're not up Saturday morning doing chores. Because I grew up doing chores on Saturday morning, and all my contemporaries, all my Black friends, and I could talk to Black people from here to California, from here to Ukraine. All the Black people I know, they know what it is to get up on a Saturday morning and hear Otis Redding or Al Green or the Temptations or the Chi-Lites or somebody, depending on my mother's mood, the music dictated the day. So if you got up and heard music, and my mother wouldn't start until about 10. Our chores wouldn't start about 10 because she would allow us to sleep in. So if you heard any of that music at 10, depending on her mood, now if she had beef with my father or something, to be a different kind of music. If she was feeling very like, jamming or whatever, it'd be different. It'd be different. If she was pissed off about her job or whatever, it'd be some different kind of music on. So we learned to gauge my mother's attitude and what she was willing to tolerate from us based on the music she would play Saturday morning when you got up to do your damn chores. Now, my mother had a lot of grace for us because, she wouldn't start the music till about 10 because she would allow us to sleep in. And sleeping in meant sleep until 9. Then you get up at 9, get yourself washed and laid, get your clothes laid out, ready, get dressed. Then at 10 o'clock, you start your chores. And you better be done with your chores by 11 so that you can get your ass outside. And that, my friends, was the routine in the Rawls house. And my mother meant that stuff, boy. So, you get up, you do your chores, and if sometimes what we would do, we would just get up early. Like sleeping in would be like 8 o'clock, 8:30. So that way we could get up and catch some cartoons before we have to get dressed, So we get an hour and a half of cartoons in, and then get dressed, then do our chores. And sometimes after we finish our chores, if we didn't go outside, if I didn't go to the mall with my girlfriends, like walk downtown to the mall, or go hang out on in Church Street South, whatever we were doing. Sometimes I just watch a little more. I watch an extra hour of television. My mother was not big on letting you watch TV all day. That was not a thing. But I liked watching Creature Feature and Soul Train. So I would catch Soul Train and then Creature Feature, and then that would be it. And then you'd be pushing the envelope. My mother would be like, "There's some good daylight out there. Don't miss it. Some good fresh air out there. Don't miss it." So that would be my thing, right? Catch me some Soul Train, because you gotta catch you some Soul Train. American Bandstand was it was like depending on who was on it. Like if they had some black people on it, I was like, all right, I'll catch it, But American Bandstand wasn't my thing. Soul Train, it was like the gospel, like it was like church. You just didn't miss it. You didn't miss it. You didn't miss it. And that was all the latest music, the latest dances, fashion, conversation, gossip. It was all of that. And then I'd watch some Creature Feature because I loved Creature Feature. It was scary, but on a Saturday, midday, it was less scary. Like I couldn't watch Creature Feature at night. Couldn't do that. But Saturday after Soul Train, it worked. And then outside we go. Outside to the park, front steps, walk downtown to the mall. My favorite thing to do was to go to Orange Julius and get me a hot dog and an Orange Julius drink. This was way before my dairy allergy reared its ugly head. I could have an Orange Julius. So I'd get me a hot dog with sauerkraut and yellow mustard and an Orange Julius. And sometimes fries if I had enough money. And then I'd start there in the mall. It was on the upper level of the Chapel Square Mall. And then after I finished that, then I would walk across over to you do the loop through the mall, all the stores through the mall. Like there was a record store in the mall. And then when you leave out the mall, I'd walk up Chapel Street and I'd go to I think it was Merle's Record Rack. So I'd go to Merle's Record Rack. If I was feeling ambitious, I'd go over to Broadway to the other record store. I can't think of the other record store, but I'd go over there for that record store because they had all the jazz records over there that I liked. So that's what I would do. Vanilla cream rush in the orange juice. Yes, Paul. I can't eat that. I can't do it now. Somebody does a vegan version of it though. I haven't found it yet. There are recipes for it. But that was my life. So I'd go to Chapel Square Mall. I'd go to all the shops that I like. I love going to the shoe store because shoes was my thing. We'd sweep the mall, go through, see what's new, what's fashionable. Now you walk through Mally's, walk through Macy's, stop by the Macy's counters, get your samples of Clinique and all the other things. And here's the thing. When I was a kid, I was a teenager, we dressed up to go to the mall. Like you put on nice clothes to go to the mall. You put on nice clothes to go downtown. I think that's like the last vestiges of respectability politics, right? Like if you look good, then they won't think you're there to steal and do harm or whatever. So we would dress up. So we'd go down there, go to Orange Julius. I used to work at the Eli Whitney diner in Mally's. I think it was Mally's. Used to get my hair done in Macy's because they had black hair care folks in there. Stylists, they had black stylists. So we'd all get our hair laid at Macy's. There were some good days, man. There were some good days. I loved Macy's. I think that was the prettiest Macy's I've ever been in. I mean, it was so expansive, high ceilings, and it was always bright. Then you go downstairs to the men's section, and off the men's section, there was the markdown section where you would see everybody in town in the markdown section. So all the stuff that was upstairs that got marked down would be there, and you'd have to look through to find all the deals. Telling you, I loved Macy's. Loved it. I loved all the jewelry and the accessories. There was this little guy who worked there who I was sweet on for a minute. Oh, I used to love to walk through there. They always had great displays and everything was just well appointed. And then you go to Mally's, same kind of thing. So I miss those days. Anyway, go downtown, walk Upper Chapel Street, maybe go to Nims. You go to Nims to get your bamboo hoops and your silver or bamboo hoops or whatever. You walk across the street and you stay on the same side of the street and you go to Merle's Record Rack. Sometimes you walk all the way down to the Horwitz Brothers because you just want to. I don't know why. They were a sewing place, fabric house, all that stuff. But they made stuff too and sold stuff. So you walk down there and see, like, if there was some shirts or if they had made some stuff. They made a lot of curtains. My mother liked going there because they made curtains. And my mother was one of these people that changed curtains every season. So when it was spring, you have spring curtains. Winter, you have winter curtains. Summer, you have summer curtains. My mother believed in summer shears. So she'd hang sheer curtains for the summer. I do the same. I swear to God, I do the same thing. When I had my house, I did the same thing. Not too much because I had a lot of windows in my house. So I just had double shears on all the windows because I love the cleanness of it. But I didn't, but in my apartments coming up, when I was a young woman, I had different curtains for different seasons. And I think that was just a homage to my mother. And now I do not have the wherewithal to do any of that. So anyway, so you do that part. And then sometimes if you come out of the mall, you could either go, you could go right to Lower Chapel or left Upper Chapel. And there were some great stores Upper Chapel Street. You'd walk up and there'd be some little boutique kind of stores, a shoe store, I think. Dava used to be downtown. There was a bunch of little places that used to be. And then if you was feeling really ambitious, you'd walk down to Group W Bench, right? All the way Upper Chapel. And if you got that far, then you'd have to get like something to eat because there's always little places over there to get something to eat, So yeah. Yes. That was my youth. That's what we used to do. Sometimes we'd hop on the bus and go out to Amity. They used to have Don Levy's back room out there. And that was such a great place for designer duds, man. I loved it. And if you was really feeling grown and my mother would let us, we get on the bus and go out to the Milford, to Alexander's. I think that Milford, West Haven. I think it was Milford. You'd go to Alexander's. And then Alexander's became, I think, Filene's Basement. Everybody was wild for Filene's. Then it became Macy's, right? So, and the mall wasn't how it looks now. The mall was sort of open aired. Now it's got a roof over it and it's all like enclosed. But when I was a kid, it wasn't like that. So, yes, the days. So, and then, that's just what it was like growing up in New Haven a little bit, going downtown to the mall. And the mall was a fun place. You'd see, it was a great meeting place for me and my friends. And then, I don't know, like the late 90s, and it became a violent place, but, a challenging place. I think, I don't know anything about that particular time because when I came out of college, the mall was still intact. And one of my earlier jobs was, I was a manager at Casual Corner. Yeah, I was a manager at Casual Corner. And then I left there and I became the manager at 9 West in Hamden. That's the extent of my retail. I loved retail. I was quite good at retail. I really liked it. I think people are asshats, but I enjoyed retail. I don't know why I didn't continue a career in retail because I was always being invited to apply for jobs and stuff. But the hours are long and it's a thankless job, I think, to work in retail. But I loved, because my personality is such, I loved interacting with people. Like I love helping people pick out things and style and all of that. I enjoyed that very much. That's why I was so good at that Casual Corner. Like I was really good at it. Like I was so good, I did like $100,000 worth of business one year and they gave me a little gold C. That's like, when I think about it now, it's like, they could have just gave me cash.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. I just got a new mic. That's what it is. And
Oh,
just,
you sound so much better.
So, and I just cut myself opening a package. Well, the mic package. You got to see this. Might open up apps. Can you see this?
Okay, that's a weapon.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
That's a
What is
weapon.
that?
What are you doing with that?
No,
you will ruin your package with that thing.
I opened my mic package with it, but then I stabbed myself in the finger opening it. So I have a little blood here flowing. So your childhood sounds great, Babz.
Yeah, there's moments. I mean, in between the violence, incest,
Well,
alcoholism. Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there, Babz. My favorite job one summer was I worked at a Jamaican shoe store, ladies' shoe store. Now, I'm horrible with accents. So I didn't understand half the time maybe 80% of the time what the ladies were saying, but I enjoyed having their feet in my hand and
Harry.
And the pretty ladies.
This is a different kind of show now.
and the pretty ladies. I was like, I don't know what you're saying, but you look good.
This is now it's turned into a different kind of show.
That was my favorite. My friend got me that job.
Holy cow.
My friend got me that job, and we used to laugh because, I didn't understand anything. I didn't last long because the accent was too thick for me. But it was a fun job. It was a fun job.
Yeah, I've had some fun jobs in my life. I've had some terrible jobs. Yeah, and I've had jobs I've been fired from because I was terrible at them.
I guess
there's that.
I guess you could say I was terrible at that job. I didn't sell much, but I thought I was doing fine.
I was never good at jobs that limited my interaction with people. Like my first job out of college was I became a licensed insurance adjuster here in Connecticut. It was just a terrible job for me. It didn't suit me. I wasn't good at it. The money was good, but I was terrible.
Isn't that interacting with people, insurance?
Yeah, but not in the way that I wanted to. I had to follow the rules of the company I worked for. And so, the whole thing with insurance companies, they don't want to do right by people. And it was just so hard for me because I was like, well, they got the quotes from the people, like if you have a car, Harry, the same person who worked on your car is the one you want to work on your car. They want you to get quotes from 3 other places and then take your car to some place where they don't know you. And I was like, well, they already got a quote from the place. Oh, we can't pay that. And I spent so much time like not understanding and arguing that to the point they were like, you're fired.
You have problems.
I did. I was fired.
Yeah, I would have fired you too. It's about making money, Babz.
I know.
It's about throwing money out the window.
But I just felt bad because I was like, these people have been using their mechanic ever since they bought this car. Why can't they use their mechanic and the auto body people that they know and trust to do the work on the damn car? Why do they have to go out of their way to take it someplace where they don't even know? And it's not even, okay, it might be $2 cheaper. Like, come on. Harry, I spent so much time arguing with my supervisor. They was like, they called me in the office and they were like, we need you to gather your things. I was there for like, I don't know, not quite a year. I was at my other job for about a year or so. I got a better job in Hartford at a bigger insurance house. And they wooed me with money and bonuses, and I went. But they were so cutthroat and mean, and I just couldn't adjust to it. Like I just could not adjust. And my supervisor, she was a bitch. And she was so unbelievably mean. And I didn't understand it because I never had anybody be that mean to me, right? And she couldn't stand that I just wouldn't go along with it. You're like, stop, why are you know, you're not you're paying out these claims. Why? I was like, cause we owe it. Is it word on the street?
Word on the street.
Okay, I got the cue. Word on the street. Where they at today?
You hear the music, by the way?
I hear the music, Harry. What is wrong with you?
I got new stuff in here.
Oh, you got new. So needless to say, that job I was bad at, being an insurance adjuster. Courtney. Hey, Courtney.
You're muted, Courtney.
You're muted.
Muted.
Harry, can't you unmute her?
Nope. Oh.
Now, okay, there we go. One day
Courtney,
I'll learn, right?
Courtney, you are so glamorous. I don't understand why you're so glamorous.
You're so glamorous too.
No, girl.
Yes,
you are.
you
Really
are. You know
glamorous.
you're beautiful.
Like 9:00 in the morning. Look at her. What is happening?
Well, we're on Elm Street this morning, and I have here with me. Want to introduce yourself, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm KP, Kevin Peters. Hey,
Hey, Kevin
how you
Peters.
today? Good morning.
Morning.
So I found him waiting for his bus. He's in a rush. He's waiting for his bus. Tell me a little bit about that.
Wait for the
Well,
bus
yeah,
and you in a rush?
It's my first day at work. I got to go all the way to Wildford. But it's all right, though. I'm hanging there.
What time
So
you got to
it's
be to
his
work?
New job.
Yeah, new job status, yep. I'm originally from Stanford, the town. I lived in West Haven for about 4 years. And moved to New Haven. After I moved to New Haven, a month after, I was homeless. It was about 4 years, 2014 to 2018, homeless. But now, of course, I live in Hamden, pretty nice house, been cozy and comfortable. Our journey was really tough, but I knew nobody out here in New Haven. Then found some services that really helped me out, really helped me out, and really caring and giving. I really appreciated that. And other than that, I just like been working.
So you're
jobs
focused
here.
now. You got your new job going.
Yeah. New job going.
When was your first day?
Today's my first day.
Today's your first day?
Yeah.
Are you
What time does he
nervous?
have to be there, Courtney?
What did you say, Babz?
What time does he have to be to work?
What time do you need to be at work?
And
Oh no.
that's all in Wallingford, so
So we were just actually talking about how these buses, I used to take the buses quite a lot, really will throw off your schedule. So how long have you been waiting out here?
like 15 minutes now.
Oh, so almost an
Yeah.
hour.
I missed that one too. But it's okay. I'm hanging in there though. Call me Hangman. Other than that, for New Haven been really pretty nice. You know? And I've gone to learn and know like a whole bunch of people. Who's nice, who's not nice, who's creative, artists, musicians, all that good stuff.
So let's talk about a little bit about your situation before, if that's all right with you. Because I think a lot of people could relate to the struggle, right?
Yeah.
So how are you getting day by day?
Well, now it's just like every now and then, got Panhandle. I do canning, collect cans and stuff. My neighborhood, but mostly I do panhandling. And
Were you looking for work for a while?
it's about half a year now. Yeah, I finally got this job, and hopefully it works out good.
And do you have housing now?
Yeah.
How did you manage to get housing? Are you through a program or anything?
Yeah, from Columbus House.
Columbus House?
It
Okay.
took me like 2 years to get it. And that worked out pretty good.
You were on a waiting list
Yeah,
for 2 years.
Yeah. 2 years I was on the waiting list for, and that was a long time struggle, but stayed in the shelters. No doubt about it. Had bed bugs in the shelters, but you had to stay there. I wasn't staying on the streets, but I was staying on the streets for the first 2 years. I stepped in alleyways, churches, anywhere I could find a place to sleep. I would stay in the freezing cold with blankets. I put back my knapsack,
How did you eat? Like, would you go to the soup kitchen over here?
Yeah, I was freaking I see the soup kitchens downtown, on Broadway, of course. And
How long have you been
closet.
in housing? Since
4 years. 4 years now.
4 years.
Yeah.
And then what made you want to choose this job that you're starting today?
Well, I figured it's just a job and pay me pretty well. $14 an hour, so I'm gonna go for it.
And it's so much easier, right? Obviously to hold down the job when you actually have the proper resources like housing, someone to shower.
Clear of mind.
I think that is one misconception people have about the homeless is they say, get a job, but it's like, well, how can they hold down a job if they don't have the proper resources?
And that's what you need, the proper resources. Clear your mind, think about what you have to do and just go for it.
And beyond all that, so tell us a little bit about you. What are some of your hobbies?
Well, of course, I love music, a dancer. I love.
You're a dancer?
Yeah.
Can you break a move for us?
Hey.
I love that.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, other than that, it's been like nice living on my own. See, for the last 20 years, I've been jumping around, roommates, but I live in a townhouse, upstairs and downstairs, and I have 2 bedrooms. Nobody's living with me, so that's pretty cool. So it's really, really
have
nice.
Your own space.
Yeah.
Is there anything you guys want to ask?
So did you let your employer know you're running late? Because it's 9:45.
Wow, yeah. I did.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
And
I
so,
did, yeah.
all right. So, and do you have to catch a bus downtown to get a bus to where?
Yeah,
you
right
need
here.
to- Okay.
You're right here, yep. And I think I missed that one too, but I'm still gonna go.
Are you
Yes.
still? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you're still like kind of struggling with lately, or?
My family, basically, yeah. My mother passed Friday the 13th, 2015, and this month was her death anniversary. So
Aw,
that's been like on my mind a lot.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
You've been holding strong,
Yeah,
staying strong, right?
definitely.
And I think you have a story a lot of people around here can relate to.
Yeah. A lot of people been through I know a lot of ex-homeless people, and they're much more happier now. And
Did you kind of meet anyone along the way that, you were like, okay, we're both in this spot now, but we're gonna stay
Yes.
by side each other and be family?
Yes. I've no doubt about my Cannon friends. We Cannon Waterbury, in the hills, grinding downtown, and we became really close friends, hanging out all day, making money, and just doing our thing.
What did you want people to understand about your situation and all?
Well, don't just judge a book by its cover, because you don't know anybody's story until you speak to them and really get deep. I think where they've been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and just personalities too.
What is your biggest dream?
To be a musician, play saxophone and be a nice producer.
All right.
Yeah.
And you definitely have the bows.
I have a good ear too. Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to add?
No, I just want them to have a good day, and I hope this first day is a great first day.
Yeah, we hope you have a good first day. Do you want to break one more move? I love it.
Now that's how
the
you.
best people we've interviewed yet. All right.
Oh my God!
I
And
love
that's
your
how you
energy.
do Wednesday. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Courtney.
Thanks.
Later. Peace.
Bye. Oh, that was
Bye.
great. That's a great way to spend a Wednesday. That's a great way to spend a Wednesday morning, Harry. That just lifted my spirits.
Yeah, you know, it's I don't know, encouraging to see that people don't give up. You know, they keep moving forward. I mean, this guy was in very good spirits, you know,
Yeah.
and it's just amazing.
Yeah.
But wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I-
you know what? I think what I like most about this, Harry, what I love about this and him in particular, and a couple of other folks that we saw on the word on the street, is that we are seeing living proof of programming helping people. Do you know what I mean? Like we don't have we really don't. Most people don't have opportunity to see up close and personal how people are faring, right? Like we go, we come, we pass. But to stop people and to say, you know, what's your life like? What's the word in your life? What's the word on the street? And they tell us. I mean, I just find that so enjoyable.
Yeah, you know, and we all make snap judgments on people, right? So he's talking about surviving, doing collecting cans and stuff like that, and panhandling it. And I'm sure, you know, people have judged his life without, like he said, without ever talking to him.
Right.
And he
Right.
seems like, you know, a great person. So I hope I hope he doesn't get fired today one.
I know. Well, you know, the buses are so
Yeah.
janky, Harry.
It's
And to
just
go to
hard.
Wallingford, I mean, he'll get there, but he's gonna have to figure out how to get an earlier bus, I guess.
If
But
anybody's if anybody's watching and you have a job opening that you could give him a shot, he closer to where he lives, hook him up. Give the guy a shot, because going to Wallingford every day, counting on these buses.
yeah. I mean, they go because I know people who do
Yeah,
it,
they
but
go, but it's hard. It's another job.
yes,
You know?
that's another getting the work, getting a bus is another job.
Yeah, I mean, like yesterday, I was frustrated, and I'm sitting in my car in traffic, right? I'm like, I can't believe it's taking me over an hour to get home, and I'm sitting in my car.
Like, I'm just sitting in my car. Like, yeah.
That's
No,
crazy.
I know. That was pretty good. And he gave us then he bust a move.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of us can bust a move in the first thing in the morning? Like, how many of us can do it?
Hopefully, Courtney gets his information. Hopefully, he has a Cash App or something. I could send him something for busting those moves.
Look at Harry. Harry's like, I'm gonna help this brother.
I love I just love a good attitude and the never say die mentality.
Yeah. And he's got a good day. He's got a good day to get to work. So
Yeah, well,
yeah, he's gonna be late.
You know, I was looking this morning when I came downstairs. I was looking at our snowblower, right? Well, it's not a snowblower. It's like an electric snow shovel.
Uh-huh.
It's not a huge one or anything like that. And I was thinking, man, I need to take this downstairs. And I remember that we're gonna probably get like 6 inches on Friday.
Yeah, don't put away your things yet.
It's freaking insane.
Don't put away your stuff.
I got up this morning. No heat is in the house, but it was 73 on the thermostat, and I'm like, oh my god, summer's coming, but not really.
No, not really. Because the temperature's going to drop.
You know?
It's going to drop and it's going to hurt. So, no, that's all right. That's quite all right. It's, but you know, it's coming. The good weather is coming. It's coming. The good weather is coming. Let me just shout out to Scott X for getting the award. High five.
My new camera has me going a little slow motion here. It's like
I see.
I'm gonna have to check that.
I see.
Yeah, he received what was the award Scott X received?
You know, like
we just had
community service.
Show, didn't we?
Yeah, like community service kind of stuff. No.
Yeah.
Community service.
Yeah, it's
you know Scott and I go way back.
Oh, and it's amazing all the work he does and everything. It's just putting, you know, I'm not the type of person who invests in people, but seeing other people who invest in people, it makes me feel good from a distance because I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you gotta give them a big up for everything they do.
Yeah. They still out here doing this work.
With the work, the necessary work.
And ain't quit. Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, the necessary work. Not like me who just thinks and contemplates on my couch. From a distance. You got my support.
It's always something. It's always something.
Yeah,
but that's all right.
Did you see that your friend, the Queen, has COVID?
Yeah.
What is she, 95?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty dangerous to get it.
Yeah, I think so too. Listen, I'm not gonna say nothing, but Prince Charles had it first, and then he went over to her house.
I just finished reading.
I know he's like, hook or crook, you getting out this chair.
Yeah, you know, I just read an article where people were commenting he took it to her on purpose.
He did. I'm sure. He's like, listen, I can't wait no more. I can't wait no more.
And then you have somebody who's reporting that she died.
Oh, she didn't die.
He's saying that they're hiding it. But I'm like,
these conspiracy theorists, they don't have nothing else to do.
I just read it on Newsweek.
They're hiding it. That she was just on TV.
I'm like, wait a minute.
She's not bedridden.
Why do people do that though? I mean,
doing a little bit of work. I
hope she's in good health, but you know, people will put whatever out there. It's crazy. You know, and over here we get to say whatever we want. Over there, it doesn't matter if you're a public figure, you could sue people for defamation and all of that stuff. Yeah. You know, we need to change that here in America because we paint people with the worst things, you know, and we get away with it because they go, oh, he's a public figure or she's a public figure. You know, but in over there in Europe, you could sue for whatever. Politicians sue.
They do.
But we need to. Hopefully, she's in good health. She looks great for 95.
Listen, Harry, when you got money like that, Harry,
I think she's a vampire.
Taking the blood of 28 virgins.
Oh, maybe that's it, right? I don't know. I don't know. I know there's that conspiracy. Isn't that Hollywood? I didn't know the royals drink blood.
I don't know.
I don't know,
Harry.
I don't know
that
conspiracy.
I know. Listen, her mother lived to be in her 100s, so
yeah.
You know the apples don't fall far from the tree. I mean, plus she liked being queen. You know when you like your job, Harry.
Your job.
You
And
like
it
your
is-
job, Harry. You're gonna live forever.
It is a job, right? Because Harry and Meghan got fired.
Well, I don't know if they got fired as much as they quit.
Well, but I'm saying, can you quit your royal,
Well, apparently
right.
you can. I mean, it's not. Listen, the other king who was supposed to be king quit. Remember, with Wallace Simpson and
if you quit too, that just makes no sense to me. How can you quit your
quit.
royal blood right? I don't know.
Like I'm out.
You stepped down, but he probably heard, there was a conspiracy to get rid of him or something. And he said, hey, I don't want this job. Take it. I'm not letting you live in no
But you know what, Harry? Everybody ain't built for public life like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not.
Because when he quit, that's when the other brother had to step in and become the king, the queen's father, right? Because he didn't want to be king either. But when the other brother stepped off and went to live with the divorcee, the divorced woman, and it was high scandal, they had to step in, and his wife wasn't thrilled either. They had a whole different game plan for how they was gonna do royal life, and now he's thrust in the in the forefront of this. So, I mean, it ain't for everybody.
Yeah, but Charles has been
faithfully waiting. He's like,
he's
listen,
waiting. He got a plan.
You made me marry somebody I didn't want to marry. I did that.
Yeah.
I served in the military. I did all the things. Why are you still sitting on his throne?
Because it was Charles and his wife got COVID, right?
Yeah.
I think they both had it late last month. And yeah, they definitely took it to the queen. I mean, you figure over there they should she has to have like a Secret Service thing, right?
She's got detail. I mean, she's got the
somebody should have put their hand in Charles' chest. Bruh.
Back up. He should have got a rapid test before he went in there to have tea. You're like, you need to get tested. Ain't nobody going in this. I don't care if she is your mama. You tested, you got a rapid test, you need to show some COVID test.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Hopefully the queen is doing better. We're gonna take a break because you got guests.
Yeah.
And let's see if this works. And we'll be right back. You're listening to
We'll be back.
Love Talk on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.